This is The Sims 4 The Challenge Battle of the Seasons. Coming soon to Sims Hot Dogs. Hi all my beanie weenies and welcome back to my channel. This is of course the voice of Hot Dogs, and we are back for another exciting episode of The Sims 4 The Challenge Battle of the Seasons. Now when we last left off, all of our Sims, the final 10, all moved to Mount Komorebi here, and we moved to the house that was built by Little Simsy. That's a default house in the world. However, I did give it a little bit of a Sims Hot Dogs makeover just for the challenge, and I gotta say I do really like the changes I made. It can be found over on the Sims gallery at HotdogsSims, and not only is the house available, but all the Sims are too, so definitely check that out. And it looks as though our Sims are getting to check out Fabio as he struts his stuff around the house. He went for a little skinny dip first thing after moving in and is, just going on a little walk around. It seems as though Joffrey is trying to tap open that keg, but he does fail. Gosh, I want to hate on Joffrey. I'm like, you know why he failed? Because Joffrey's lame. But then, at the same time in the last episode, Hot Dogs in the Sims Hot Dogs, if you will, hooked up with Joffrey. So that happened. I don't know. From enemies to lovers, I guess, is what we're going for. It looks as though most of our Sims are hanging out by the pool, and it looks as though BB, of course, is still playing her bartender role that she's been doing all summer long, and continues to kind of serve up some drinks for all of our house guests. Of course, I love that they're able to put their dirty dishes on top of that wall that I used as a fence around the whole property. So, wherever they want to, they can just stick a dirty plate up there. I love that. That makes it just so fun for me. But inside, when they're not outside by the pool, it looks as though inside they got the fire roaring. So we got the other half of the house guest by the fire watching TV. Meanwhile, Tina is in the gym working out. For Team Survivor, it is never an off day. It's never time to vacation. They are here to win, and they have been winning so far. However, I will say that our daily challenge, we're not having one today. Instead, we will be just going into an elimination challenge, and I have a little twist about who's going to be in power because I'm personally tired of the Team Survivor bulldoze competition where they just completely wreak havoc throughout the competition and just destroy everyone and win every single challenge. I don't know, it's kind of snooze to me, even though it's pretty impressive. Yeah, I have a little twist for that. However, it looks as though almost everyone has gone inside. The thing with going to Mount Komorebi is that Komorebi, I know, whatever. Is that the climate is a little bit different. So they will be experiencing a little bit more colder climate that's going to make a lot of the challenges a little bit more complicated. And it seems as though they aren't wanting to spend time outside partying like Aquaria is wanting to. Instead, they're all cuddled up by the fire. I loved Aquaria just kind of watching from outside in the Speedo. But they do eventually come in and try to warm up, and now everyone is inside. But we have a lot of fun activities in here. We see that we have an easel that Bella is checking out. Of course, we have the ping pong beer pong table. We have a keyboard. We still have that game table. I brought a lot of fun activities because I knew that they would be spending a lot more time indoors. Also, this house is a lot smaller, so they're all going to be up in each other's business. It's going to make them interact a lot more. Who knows, maybe it'll spark some romance, or hopefully, ideally, it'll make them hate each other and start fighting. I would actually kind of love that. But now that there's only 10 of them, I didn't want them all spread out around that huge mansion in Del Sol Valley. And, you know, I had a few suggestions to change the climate and stuff like that too, so I thought this would be a perfect solution for that. So we have mostly everyone still in the living room watching TV, but it looks as though Fabio is now finding the music inside and is starting a party in here, while Joffrey is sitting at the piano. He hasn't started playing. Oh, yeah, there he goes. So he's finally starting to play the piano. It's of course not very good right now, I gotta say, but I think it would be fun if they all got drunk and played the piano, like in real life. That would be acceptable. However, once someone starts playing it at 3 a.m. when everyone's trying to sleep, then we'll see if any arguments come from that. I'm kind of hoping that's what goes down, but everyone pretty much ignores Joffrey. Sunny kind of acknowledges that he's, you know, trying over there, but they're all pretty fascinated with the stereo that's inside, and we see a little dance party happening between Bibi, Fabio, Sunny, and Nina. However, the workout has not stopped for Tina. She is still on that treadmill. It's probably been about an hour or so now straight, and I love that she's doing it barefoot. Like, you know, those dogs got some grip on the bottom. And then we see that Vivian is doing some yoga, trying to relax, trying to center herself and get ready for the competition. And, you know, Sunny and Fabio also want to center themselves a little bit too. However, they're doing that by successfully getting that keg open and doing a fun keg stand. And then Fabio, you know, sits by the pool. The two bros kind of bro it up. And I think it looks fun. Also, doesn't this view look amazing? Like, this world is so beautiful. I love just like looking at the people riding their bikes in the background and stuff like that. But I love that once Aquaria comes out to try to join the pool party that they've been waiting for, both the guys just get up and leave. How sad. It seems as though like no one really wants to hang out with Aquaria. No one's talking to them. No one wants to party with them. And Aquaria ends up going to the backyard and just kind of hanging out with themselves. Back there we do have a hot tub, and then we also have a swing set. And Aquaria sits down on the swings all by themselves. How sad is that? I don't know why everyone's ignoring her. Like, I keep wanting to say her, but it's weird when they're out of drag. Anyway. Everyone else, though, is just all inside still by the stereo. Even Vivian, who was trying to do some yoga, probably couldn't with the loud blaring music right next door, so she's come over and joined the party. And I'm actually really excited to see this work of art Bella's been cooking up. So far, though, doesn't look that great. Maybe it'll improve. Like, this could just be the outline. You never know. There isn't that much detail. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's the Statue of David or the Mona Lisa or anything. Alright, and then we see Aquaria ends up getting off of the swing set and ends up going over to the little pond we have and places some koi fish in there. We see some snails also appear, and I just thought the koi fish really fit really well with this new location, and I had to get them to kind of set that up since they're in the backyard. I did consider putting sharks and stuff in there because maybe someone would die, but you know, whatever. I just think the ponds are a really nice addition, even though it's like such a random object. And I think it comes in a random pack or something. Is it spa day? I don't know. But we see that Fabio is still trying to get the party started over by the keg, and is getting Allison instead to lift him up and help do a keg stand for him. I feel like by now surely Fabio is feeling it a little bit, and it looks as though Allison's feeling it a little bit too, as she as she proposes a woohoo sesh between her and Fabio, and of course we accept it. Duh. So the two of them go off to find the perfect location, and I love that, you know, Tina, after working out, is now just relaxing by the pool and eavesdropping. She can see this whole situation go down, but she's just been kind of by herself too. It seems as though Aquaria has finally joined the party though, and is now dancing along with everyone else inside. I guess Bella's done with her painting. Wow, that's rough, but whatever. Now we get a little shot of upstairs, and upstairs we have 2 bedrooms, and Allison and Joffrey find one that has a double bed naturally, and they start to get a little naughty in there. This is exactly what I was hoping for when I got a smaller house, so I'm glad that's working out. Now all we need is a fight, and my plan has worked perfectly. Ooh, and we have some more naughty behavior going on as Bella decides to skinny dip in the hot tub. I mean, I would say they have a privacy wall around them, but it is covered in windows, so... And there are cameras, obviously, but we see BB runs over immediately with a cup of beer and decides to join. However, she gets in with the bathing suit on. Kind of disappointing, but... you know, whatever. And then we see Nina and Aquaria trying to do a keg stand, but it's a pretty big fail, and they're on like concrete stone, so I feel like falling on that would actually hurt pretty bad, especially if you're just wearing a extremely skimpy zebra print Speedo. But it looks as though Aquaria is feeling all the beer. They're kind of walking a little wonky out of here, and I thought Bella was running over to grab a glass, but instead she just completely ditches BB in the hot tub. I feel like BB got in thinking that she was joining a little fun party, and then Bella completely abandoned it. However, upstairs we have a little bit of drama as Vivian has walked in on Allison and Fabio woohooing, and she looks pretty angry. She just kind of stands there and watches and glares. Meanwhile, Aquaria has found the other bedroom, has called the bunk kind of hidden in the corner hers, has claimed it, and is unfortunately getting in there and crying. Aquaria spent all day by themselves, no one wanted to talk to them, and then they got drunk and cried in bed. Like, kind of a bummer. We see outside though, the party is still raging on. Bella and Sunny have a failed keg stand. Everyone is just surrounding the keg stand. I'm surprised it's not empty by now. We see Aquaria has already gone out of bed, and is like, you know, trying to probably grab another glass. But we're gonna end it here and go to downtown, where we will find myself, Sims Hot Dogs, and we are gonna be having our elimination challenge because I cannot have it still be Final 10, okay? We only have 3 more episodes to go after this, and we need to get rid of some Sims. So we are going to go straight into an elimination challenge, and there is a little bit of a twist as who gets to pick who, because I am over Team Survivor winning it all. And I have to say, it was pretty impressive how Vivian won her way back into the game. She was up for elimination next to 3 other players and beat them all and was the only one to survive. And I was kind of impressed, and obviously bored, and I wanted to rig it. So I decided, you know what? Why don't we give Vivian the power to choose who goes home? Now, Vivian, of course, is part of Team Love Island, so that does mean that Team Love Island has won the daily challenge, and they will be safe this week. Of course, Team Love Island is including Sunny from Are You the One? However, I did want Vivian to go ahead and choose 4 players to compete. That's going to consist of of the 2 players from RuPaul's Drag Race and Team Survivor. Inevitably, she does pick BB to play, and not just BB, but Aquaria as well. So Team RuPaul's Drag Race will be fighting for their life once again, but now Vivian has to choose 2 players from Team Survivor, and this will be the first time that they're ever competing in an elimination challenge. Did I have to rig it in order for that to happen? Yes, but it was worth it because we do have Tina now competing to fight for her life. Look how happy I am that Tina's competing. Okay, and then we're going to have 1 more sim from Team Survivor, and Vivian goes on and picks Bella. So Bella and Tina will be battling against Aquaria and BB. So we could potentially see all of Team RuPaul's Drag Race wiped off the map. or we could see 2 players from Team Survivor going home. I'm so excited. My little cute sim is so excited. Of course, as you can see, we are in a bowling rink, so we will be playing a classic bowling game. All right, so whichever team is able to get the most points will win, obviously. They are going to be competing in teams. We're going to have Team Survivor going against Team RuPaul. And why don't we get this started already? And I love that immediately Bella says that she loves bowling. So, I don't know, I find that pretty curious. Let's see if Bella is able to win for Team Survivor with this newfound love of bowling. I don't know, maybe it's going to help her out. Alright, so maybe it will actually help her, because it looks as though everyone sucks. Okay, including her teammate Tina. And I do have to say the RuPaul team are still in heels, so they are bowling in heels. You gotta give them props for that. And so far Bella is kind of the best one, even though she's not doing too hot either. But who knows, it is pretty much all of their first time bowling, so we'll see if they'll improve at all throughout the game, but so far it's pretty shaky. Alright, so far everyone is kind of getting better. Sure, it is at a pretty slow rate, but I would say that at least some of them are hitting pins now. And the RuPaul team is somewhat figuring out how to do this in high heels. So I feel like this might actually be a pretty close game, but will it be enough for Team Survivor to lose their first ever challenge? I gotta say, Tina was the one that was working out all day yesterday, but all that working out could not have prepared her for this challenge, and so far she is blowing it. However, once that game is wrapped up and we go and add all the scores together, we see that Bella scored a 34 and Tina scored a 19. And that's versus Aquaria's 36 and BB's 37, which does indeed mean that Aquaria and BB have won this round, meaning Tina and Bella have been eliminated. We actually got rid of some of the Survivor players. How crazy is that? I feel like the people that are rooting for Survivor, the whole team to make it to the end and win, are pretty pissed off at me. If that is the case, go ahead and sound off in the comments down below. Send me as much hate mail as possible. I would love to hear it. But now we at least have a little bit of a fair game going on. We have 2 Survivor players left, 2 RuPaul players left, 3 Love Island players left, and 1 Are You the One? So we're almost all even, and actually now Love Island is in the lead, all thanks to Vivian. I gotta say, this episode was pretty crazy. I hope it was crazy in a good way. I think it was, but again, let me know all of your thoughts down below and subscribe because we only have 3 episodes left.
This
Next
is
week
Sims
is the
for
last
the
week before we
challenge
crown our winner,
battle of
and
the
I'll see you guys on
coming
Monday.
soon
Bye.
to Sims Hot Dogs.